What is up, my little Danos? Websisi, your coach of the Helsinki Dragons, and we are here for week 4 for the PPL Season 5 when I go up against Gong. And I don't think I played her before, so that's always exciting when you get to play somebody that you haven't got to play before. He has Annihilate, which is Tera. It's Tera Stellar this time around for her. She also has a rock when it access to Tera Poison, I believe. Yeah, Tera Poison. And the rest of the team, we kind of have to wait and see on the team preview what she decides to bring. We see the Deoxys Speed as well. We see Clefable. We see the Exotrill. And Dragalzi. Okay. If I had to guess, I kind of still want to lead with the Urshifu, potentially force the Tera off so I don't have to think about that versus Annihilate, and I want to like punish Web's turn 1, and if she doesn't Tera I can Thunder Punch it. We do have Defog on Scizor as well. The only leads that I don't really like in front of would be... well, there are a few. But I think I'd rather have a good response to Rockone, because I feel comfortable versus everything else, I wanna say. But let's see what she leads with. She will be leading with the Annihilate, okay. Interesting. Now this could be a lot of different things. It would be something that I worry about is potentially Choice Scarf. If I hit it with Searching Strikes, that could really bite me quite heavily here. So maybe it's better for me to go into my Gliscor initially. Because if he like goes for Rage Fist and I'm hitting her 3 times and she's like, I don't know, Choice Bandit or something, I could just die. So I'm gonna just play it safely. Turn 1, not risk my Urshifu here. It is still decent offensive Pokemon into her. And we go into Gary. She withdraws, and she withdrew after me, so I know it's not Choice Scarf. We see the Araquanid, okay. Now this thing is scary to swap into. I had the option just to... I think I kind of want to just go hard Urshifu. The other option is hard Scizor. Because then I can knock it off and U-turn and do all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I would say Scizor for now is okay. Because I can defog the webs away if that's her play. And we are pretty bulky Scizor this week. We are physically defensive, so not specially defensive. So we see Surf coming out. Which does a decent amount. I'm not sure if that means modest. To my Scizor, that could just be like... I'm at 200 HP. Yeah, that could be just be like physically defensive or whatnot. I may just wanna go for a knockoff here. I have Citrus Berry to gain some health back to this. But removing your item would be nice. So I'm gonna do that. Yeah, we see Rocky Helmet, which I was kind of thinking would happen, but I have Citrus Berry to get myself higher health. She goes for Sticky Webs, yeah. But that's fine, because I have Defog on this. I'm gonna go for Defog first. Basically, I wanna have this thing as low as possible and maintain my field out of webs. So if I can accomplish that, that would be pretty nice. She follows up with another Surf. I think for now I would rather just stay in. Go for another knockoff just to get the damage on this. Which is not a lot, to be frank. Yeah. Because after that, to be honest, what would be my play? Because it's Tera Poison. I think I just defog again. She might go into... Yeah, she does just try to, like, pressure me as much as possible with this. As she does go for a Surf. Okay, so now I kind of have to hope my Iron Moth could take this out. At this round of health. I could go into Klitschko, to be honest, and go for a taunt. How comfortable do I think I can take it? Because the issue is that if I don't take it out, I can lose the webs. And that's a massive problem if that would happen. Do I have to sacrifice my Scizor here? Scizor my Gliscor? Oh, what kind of roll is that? 62. I have to go into Gliscor here, as annoying as it is. Yeah, because I look at that damage roll, like, that could be a potential roll with Sludge Wave to kill it at 62. Which is not something I want. I need to honestly taunt this. She might be wondering what I'm doing here per se. She might just get her kill, which I think Surf might just kill me. But if I get this right, I can swap into my Shifu afterwards. So I kinda have to hope on that she does try to go for webs. I'll go for the taunt because I really need to make sure this is not getting those up. Yeah, sticky webs were attempted there. Now I will withdraw because I cannot let this die. I have to use my Shifu to weaken this. Yeah, this matchup is not amazing for me in a sense, cause the sticky webs from Araquanid into her stuff is very scary to me. Like, I could have run a lot of heavy duty boots, but she also had Moltres on her roster, so if I run like heavy duty boots on Meowscarada, I kinda had to be special for the matchup. Because I could realistically be getting a flame bodied. And same would have been like with Shifu as well. So now I kinda have to weaken this. As she withdraws, okay. What is her withdrawal then? Annihilate, okay. I cannot make the same play as before, where I would like allow the Araquanid come in. I may go for Thunder Punch initially. Even if it means I'm boosting a Rage Fist on this. I'm gonna go for Thunder Punch. If I can catch that Araquanid or the swapping, it would be amazing. I do not wanna leave it in a point of health that I cannot kill it. And I also can wanna avoid me dying initially to Annihilate's hit. Because Searching Strikes will do like 3 hits of course, and that will boost up the Rage Fist too much for me to handle it. She does Terralize though. So now the Araquanid is no longer going to be Terralizing, so this is gonna be Tera Stellar now. Yeah, there comes the Rage Fist. This is now base 100 move. We can take one. But Tera Stellar means that it's gonna be weak to similar things, which means it's gonna be weak to Iron Moth still. With its with Tera Psychic. For now, I kinda wanna say I would just hit this thing and leave this low range. Because this is the Terramon. So we're gonna just strikes and get as many hits as possible. Then it really comes down to eliminating Clefable, getting a healing wish on this. Thankfully her psychic resist aren't that sturdy, it's just like Exotrill and the Deoxys speed. So Tera psychic for my Iron Moth should be relatively free after. I'm gonna be boosting this Rage Fist a lot though, but I wanna keep it in a very low range. Which basically with these 3 hits it will end up being. Yeah, there comes the Rage Fist, and I do lose my second one already, but this thing is very low. I would say around 15%, I would say. And now I have to go into Moth. I don't know if I really have to Terralize just yet, because there's Dragazi potentially with T-Spikes. So I may rather just keep my current typing. I believe Psychic into Tera Psychic should 2-shot the Araquanid coming in. Yep, Psychic does like 39 initially, and with Tera I will do even more, like 60% to it. So I'll just go for Psychic here. She doesn't know my set obviously yet, because I haven't like shown any hits out of this Pokemon yet, and she doesn't have any hazards on my side, so... Okay, she does preserve this. Is it the Araquanid? Yes. Okay. Oh, that's a crit. Okay. That's amazing. It meant that I was gonna 2-shot it anyways, but now I don't have to press the Tera button to do that. But that's used that the sticky webs are gone. But for her to preserve that really makes me think that she has Healing Wish on Clefable, so I just need to make sure I'm pressuring it well enough to that point, or have my Iron Moth around. Because this is the one mon that can definitely one-shot it. Unless she's like Assault Vest on it, that would be something I would have to worry about. Deoxys speed does come in though. I do have Yuxi. But if she were to make a double, that would be very scary to me. That would be incredibly scary. But I guess afterwards I get a kill myself. But I'll go to Yuxi anyway. I don't want to risk this mon here. And she definitely stayed in. There's no way this is slower than me. Unless she presses like teleport. Knock off. Ow, that hurt a lot. So it's like life open physical most likely then. Okay, so I'm glad I didn't stay in, because that definitely would have killed my Iron Moth. So this is life open physical Deoxys. I have few options here. But I think U-turn is overall the safest, because I have Thunder Wave and Rocks, but those give very free switching to Exotrill. So I think U-turn is just always the play here. I don't think she can risk this to be paralyzed, unless she's carrying Taunt, then she would stay in. But I feel like something like Exotrill is coming out. Yeah, that's the Exotrill. And yeah, this basically just gives me free Gliscor. At this point, Gliscor's shop is just really coming to this, and just Fire Fey Earthquake, which she doesn't have a resist for. I can taunt the Clefable as well. I don't want to risk this to be Scarfighter mainly, so that's why I kind of have to guard against this and not go just willy-nilly to my other offense. Okay, it's leftovers. So next time I know in that sequence that I can I can bring my other mon in. Now the issue is that if you're Magnet Rise, I think. Do you still get Magnet Rise? You do not get Magnet. Maybe I some reason thought that it would have gotten that, but no, it doesn't. Okay, but I think Earthquake is just a safe play. It hits everything. And if Clefable comes in, I'm always taunting it. I'm not letting that Annihilate to get the Healing Wish, if I can manage that. The Axis comes in. Okay, I'll take a hit on this. Yeah, I'll take that hit on it for sure. I mean, to be honest, my sack here should be Yuxi. I definitely should be sacking this here. Psycho Boost comes out, which will do pretty much nothing. It really makes me think that this is like... She would go for a knockoff now, though. So I could honestly just pivot back into my Gliscor. I was barring her having Ice Beam, particularly. Which I think she would have clicked there. I think I go into Gliscor. I'm gonna preserve this as a sack. Because definitely knockoff is coming out, and we can take that. Yeah. So like if Psycho Boost was your best way of hitting me and you're -2 now and you're mostly physical attacking, I should be okay then. And now I wanna say I just Earthquake again. Psycho Boost does come out. But we'll take it just fine, which is huge, because now this Deoxys speed is dead. Yeah, that's amazing. Because unless she has like something very surprising as speed control for me, my offense can now outpace hers. And things are looking a lot better than they were looking earlier in the turns, in the early turns. It was very tough to play around her stuff earlier on. But I kind of knew that going in that it was gonna be a... Because this was a matchup that I had a hard time calling her like 6 or 4 Pokemon even what she would bring. Like usually I'm able to at least nail down 4, but to me this felt like a very odd matchup to get a good read on initially what makes sense for her to bring. Other than obviously like Deoxys Beast and Annihilate and that kind of stuff. Okay, so this thing is coming in. If this is Resto Chesto, that could be annoying, but I can one-shot it afterwards still with my Iron Moth. Yeah, and if you're Resto Chesto, getting just that Earthquake off is still important to get. Like, I don't want to preserve any... I have actually Yuxi here as well to sack. I think we just sack Yuxi here, actually. I think I should be able to finish you off with my Iron Moth after. Yeah, there comes the Rage Fist. Like, at that point it was fine to let the Yuxi go down. Gliscor still has some utility here. And now, to be honest... I have Iron Moth that is very free to press a button here. I could also go into my Meowscarada, but I do not want to give Clefable too much freedom. So I think I just go into my Moth. Do T-spikes matter as much? At the moment, I don't think they do. I wanna guard against versus the Dragalzi, I wanna say. So I'm gonna just go for it. Does actually going for a Tera Psychic matter too much into Dragalzi? I still have time to calc this. If it's Assault Vest. 43. But after Tera I would kill it. I think I can still maintain my typing. She does withdraw. Exotrio is coming out, okay. Makes sense. In a way, because she has to guard against Psychic. If she packs Stealth Rocks on this is a turn for her to get those up. If I Terralize here, do I die to this hit? Because I do want to worry about potential double from your end. Unless you're Adamant. The thing is, Gliscor is so obvious here. I think I'm gonna call her double. So I'm gonna tear up Psychic. Gliscor is so obvious here. Yep. Give me a Pokemon. Yep, there goes the Annihilate. I knew... It looks like a silly play, but if I withdraw into Gliscor there, she was claiming one. And that could be a game-changing, because she has more Pokemon than me. And then she can win the Sack War from there. But I think I had to make that call. It also was the fact that she had to be adamant in order to kill my Moth. And even then it was, I believe, a roll to kill me. But now we got rid of the Terramon. And that's huge, because now she cannot punish the double as well, with her stuff remaining. Glum is coming out, which is the Dragalzi, actually. Interesting. Don't I wanna just hit this to weaken it? Even though it would be nice to maintain this healthy. She would have to be max Pedef, Assault, max Pedef. And she wouldn't be able to kill me, so I'm actually fine staying in then. I'm fine staying in attacking, I believe. Like, this Tera Psychic will hurt. Because I'm modest Choice Specs Iron Moth. He didn't kill though. There comes the Draco. And we live. Huge. Dragalzi is weakened. And I can press the button again. I'm not too worried about like her doubling into Exotrill. Because that's really the only Psychic resist remaining. So weakening that for my Moth to spam Psychic is still nice. But now, honestly, now later on I can just spam Fire move. Yeah, there comes the Exotrill. I'm gonna nuke this anyways. That could potentially even be a roll to kill, but I'm not gonna risk that. I'm not gonna risk it. Now should be fine to go into Gliscor. If she makes a double into Clefable, I taunt it every time. But she probably has to attack here, to be fair. Rapid Spin comes out. Yeah, we are gonna be getting a lot of healing. We are fully physically defensive, basically, with this. Iron Head comes out. Doesn't flinch us. I had a feeling she was going for that, but I wasn't gonna say it and jinx myself. And Exodio is dealt with. Versus Clefable, my only job is to taunt it. That's all I need to do. I need to make sure she's not doing any funny business with that. We just taunt you. Moonblast comes out. Doesn't kill me. Definitely a more utility set. I'll just go for Earthquake for any kind of chip damage. And she kills me there. Slot Wave should be free here. That Dragalsi is way too low to pivot anymore. Can I press actually Fiery Dance here? In case, well, why would I worry about reducing Berry? To be fair, Slot Wave is probably always to play. Press this wrong stab, super effective, don't think about it too much. She withdraws. I doubt you take 2 though. Yeah, you just die. Tera is a silly thing when you can give it to Iron Moth, cause that thing should wall me every single time, even with like rope psychics. But I can just Moth do that with the power of Tera Iron Moth. Choice specs, modest. Tera Iron Moth will take out Gunk. Very close game, very tough calls that I had to make there. I think taunting the Araquanid and preventing it to get webs later after the Scizor went down, which to be honest, I did not play with the Scizor properly into that Araquanid. Like, seeing how much damage that Surf did, not a good way for me to pivot around that. So after doing all that, I made a couple of crucial calls in this game that kept me in it and gave me the opportunity to win 2-0 fashion, and that allows me to go in 2-2. With a mon that actually I know Gunk really likes, basically her mascot, so by the way, which I forgot to mention now, basically like Volcarona, Iron Moth and Slitherwind. She loves all of these Moth guys. And her like low tier free pick was also Larvesta, so kinda fitting, kinda ironic for me to beat her with Tera Iron Moth, but she probably had a feeling that if anything is gonna beat her today, it's gonna be that thing, cause it was very strong into her. Considering all my other Pokemon that had a rougher time, Moth had a fantastic time, as we saw. But until next week, thank you for watching, and I'm gonna be see you guys later.